So hello everyone, this is Scotty from Raising Fishes, and today I want to talk about why I do water changes on my fish tanks. So do I do it because everyone says you have to do it? No, simply put, it's just no. I do it because I need to keep my fish that I keep uh, healthy and thriving. That's my responsibility as a fish keeper. So I have a 75-gallon tank, which is in another room, which has discus in it. So discus require um, really clean water. So that requires me to do more water changes more frequently to keep my discus healthy. Discus are expensive, so I want to keep them. I don't want them to live all crappy and die on me. I want to make sure they stay healthy, and that's the bottom line with the fish tank that has discus in it. Um, Next thing is this tank right behind me. That's a South American cichlid tank, and it's full of fairly large cichlids, Uaris, some Severums, some electric blue acaras, some plecos, and some Adonis catfish. So these fish produce a lot of waste. Um, Even though this tank has a sump and I'm running FX6 on it, my water stays crystal clear, but my nitrates still continue to go up. I can't have live plants in this tank because the Uaris will definitely just eat everything that's green. They even try to eat plastic plants sometimes. So, bottom line, this tank gets a water change once a week, and to keep the nitrates down under control. You know. Next, I also have a 40 breeder, which is a planted tank, and it's heavily planted. Now that tank, I can do water changes about every 2 weeks or so, and I could probably get away with waiting longer. Um, my nitrates stay fairly decent um, because the plants eat the nitrates. But I still do water changes for the simple fact it remineralizes the water and helps get rid of some of the waste that's in the water as well. Um, my planted tank, it's very hard to how you say suck the bottom out because there's plants everywhere. So you'd be tearing up the plants. So it's it's a game of cat and mouse, I guess you can say, in a planted tank. Um, so what are the benefits for doing water changes? Well, number one is removing of nitrates in your tank. You know, if you can't have plants in there to help remove nitrates or help control nitrates, you're going to have to do water changes. There's no getting around it, in my opinion. Um, it also replenishes the minerals in your tank. They do deplete over time. Your fish do use these minerals, and your snails, and if you have shrimp, anything like that, they utilize the minerals in the water. It helps to keep crystal clear water, you know. Um, and for certain cases, when you do water changes, sometimes it enhances fish to start spawning. Case being, right back here, I change water. I have a pair of Severums in there that are paired up, and they will tend to breed a day after I do water changes. Um, but they still breed on their normal cycle anyway. But when I do a water change, they tend to breed within the next day or so. Also, it removes, particulate matter, fish waste. If you have wood in your tank, like I have, in all my tanks, I have natural wood, and pieces of it break off or whatever, or my pleco pulls pieces off. You can get that stuff removed, during your water changes. So, that is the benefits, for the water changes for me. So everyone has tanks and they have different fish species, and depending on the species in your tank, it may require no water changes. Um, but that's not my case. Or your tank may require minimal water changes, every so often, you know. But you as a fish keeper need to understand your fish and know their needs. It's your responsibility as a fish keeper to keep your fish healthy and thriving. And if you're not taking care of your tanks the way your fish need, then you're probably not doing right to your fish. I'm just saying. Um, Bottom line is that's why I do water changes. I mean, to each his own. Everybody has their own tanks and will know how to deal with their tanks, or should. For me, water changes are essential. So I just want to thank y'all for watching, and happy fish keeping, and hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you.